All right, let's see if that's working. Okay, it looks like it is. Hey, everybody. I am setting up our food camera because I was not going to cook today, but it looks like I will be cooking today after all. So let's get it going. Like, yeah, what is today? Wednesday for me. I don't know what day or time it is for you, but y'all, today we are cooking some of the food bank food because there was a huge haul that some of you know I was a part of. Let's get into it. So this basket right here is some of the food from the food hall. So I'll bring this one in so that way you can kind of see. And it's heavy because of this cabbage. The food bank is the best place to get a haul. Oh my goodness. So this cabbage, they always give us like a 50-pound bag of cabbage. Also with the carrots, they always give us a 50-pound bag of carrots, almost always. Also onions. They're very small, they're not eggs, but I think that's part of the reason why they give it to the food bank, because when people go to the grocery store, they want to see the big onions so they don't have to cut up two or three of these small ones. So I have onions, and I did buy the celery from somewhere else, and the garlic. I did buy the garlic from somewhere else too. But hey, if you're here at the Superfood Parents Show, you are a health hero, and you know that the goal is to get lots of fruits and vegetables into every meal, but we do not cook just fruits and vegetables. So today we're actually going to be cooking some shells, and I've got the shells here, y'all, just the store brand of some pasta shells, because you know the Super Supper pasta playbook is coming out soon and very soon. You can pre-order already on our website. And so superfoodparents.com, you know, that's the website. We try to make it easy for you. And to make it even easier, let's make sure that it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So we're making shells. We're making just some simple pasta shells because my kids go to violin uh, practice, and they forgot last week to give the violin teacher the ravioli that I made. So I said, okay, I'll just do another pasta dish. I'll sprinkle some processed cheese on top because that is a non-dairy cheese. Y'all know I like the non-dairy, but yeah, we'll go for it. So let's see what you all are saying here in the chat. G. Albert is like CPT. No, yes. When I tell you the time that we are working on here, you know, we're here. That's the main thing, right? The main thing is that you put in hashtag health heroes. So one of the ways that we're gonna spice up this pasta, number one, we are using, let me just say this, y'all, I did get some pasta sauce from the food bank, but I already used that one. I got several jars. So this particular jar, when I was at the grocery store, I said, let me find the simplest thing that does not have Parmesan in it, because Parmesan is cheese from cows. I don't want that one because dairy is scary for a lot of different reasons, if you didn't know. And so this one, the Ragu Simply, it was affordable. It was cheap, actually. I was surprised. Like, okay, cool. And also the ingredients. I'm going to go through those. Tomato puree, which is just tomato paste, which is ground tomatoes in the puree, diced tomatoes, tomato puree, basil, olive oil, salt, and garlic. I don't know how many times they had puree up here, but like I really wasn't repeating. They had puree several times. So we are using this Ragu Simply, but all of these vegetables are going to go into the sauce. This way you don't feel like you're just eating a bowl of vegetables and noodles. You're actually going to get a lot of different textures. Also, these mushrooms, y'all, mushrooms are almost always on sale. They're one of the most nutritious foods you can eat. Look it up, Google it, just Google health benefits of mushrooms. So if you don't want me to tell you, look it up for yourself so that you are telling you. There are a lot of different trusted sources that are going to come up first, like the National Institute of Health or WebMD, Healthline, which is an article. It's a place sort of like the Washington Post, but for health. So they have registered dietitians and doctors that look those things up for you. So let's do it. You know what? Let's do that together before we start cooking our pasta shells, right? We also have some tofu. Now this is just air fried tofu where I've taken it, cut it into strips and seasoned it. And that's what it looks like, right? Once you cook it up. After the first day, and I just keep them in the fridge, covered, not like this open. After a day or two, they have a meaty texture, much like I don't know, any sort of meat. Because y'all know I've eaten enough meat in my life that I'm like, yeah, meat is cool if that's what you're doing. It's just not what I'm doing now. So let's look up the health benefits of mushrooms together, because I know that a lot of you are like, mushrooms are a fungus. Master herbalist Aris Latam. I don't know why he doesn't know this information. He's the only master herbalist that I really respect, but he's like, why would you eat mushrooms? They're a fungus. And I'm like, bruh, they boost your immune system. I don't know if y'all are reading this with me or if I'm reading it to you, because a lot of you are listening. And so I'll finish reading. This comes from, by the way, clevelandclinic.org. Okay. So I'm going to enlarge it for those of you that would like to read along with me. And we're going to get into, why are we eating mushrooms? Why is Chef LaQuita Marie always feeding us mushrooms? Well, number one, it's a superfood. It lowers your blood pressure. It supports weight loss. It supplies vitamin D, protects brain health, maintains heart health, improves your gut health. Not your big fat belly like a gut like that. We're talking about the inside, your gut microbiome, the part of you that is more you than anything else, because your small intestines, your large intestines, that's what they are talking about when they refer to your gut. That's where all of those small microorganisms live. Here we go. What do mushrooms do for your body? This is from Mayo Clinic Health System. You always want to look at your sources when you're looking up information. And they're saying that they're one of the best sources of selenium, which helps your body to make antioxidants that can reduce cell damage. So if you all are like, what are antioxidants? They are the things that keep you from browning, from cooking, from messing up. All right. Like when you cut an apple and it starts to turn brown, it's oxidating. So you want an antioxidant to combat that. Last question. Is it good to eat mushrooms every day? So now this is from hollandandbarrett.com. I don't know Holland and Barrett, so that might be a blog, it might be or whatever. I don't know. So this is one where I would take their information with a grain of salt. However, they said eating mushrooms every day will come with more good than bad. So for today, I am throwing mushrooms into our pasta. Not only does it give you those nutrients, but look, our mushrooms are superfood. Yes, a few of the most common superfoods include mushrooms. Fungi have been touted for centuries for their medicinal benefits. Now, this is from WFXG. So that's another thing. Who is WXFG? I'm not even going to click on it to find out, but they look like they've researched some stuff, because that's the same information I see in other places. So guys, get it in however you need to get it in. Make sure that you are eating all of the foods, right? And if you have a huge food haul, which I will be showing you soon and very soon once I get things cooking a little bit. If you have a huge food haul, you do want to make sure that you know how to get that food home, right? I used to be a Tetris champ. I used to be Tetris is old. I think Tetris, I used to play it on my Game Boy. If y'all remember Game Boys, that was like the first handheld game system, and there was no color. It was just like, it was pitiful compared to today's graphics. So I'm going to, on my cutting board, start chopping up garlic. On Thursdays, I cooked at the Skyline 21 adult date program. And one lady was like, what's that? Garlic. Like, this is how garlic looks. You take the paper off like with an onion. And once you get the paper off, you wind up with the little pieces or the cloves. You take the paper off the cloves and you chop them up. And the reason why we chop them first is to let them release those good nutrients that help and heal us. All right. So let me get my knife. Y'all know how this works. I have one knife, just my Cutco knife. I use this everywhere, every time. It's the only knife I own, and it's in my Amazon store, so you can definitely find it there too. So let's see here. We've got for these shells, this is going to be pretty simple. Now, let me explain something to you for packing your vehicle, okay? Because like I said, this particular food is very simple. It's straightforward, sort of like spaghetti. The difference is that we're just showing you how to really ramp up the nutritional value of your food and not waste all that produce that you might have gotten in a food haul, but now it's sitting in your fridge and you're like piecemealing it out, like, oh, let me use half a celery or just one celery stalk and one carrot at a time. No, use all of it at the same time. So this little garlic just fell, but it still had the paper on it. So nice. We can just pick it back up, take the paper off. It's like dropping an orange or a banana. With the paper on the outside, it's well protected. So when you're, y'all, I say this all the time, but I really want everybody to get this, that the food that you see here, the whole food, not the processed stuff, some of the reasons why your grocery bills are very high is because you're buying things in a box and you're not including all the food that you could possibly include. So that means that if you are buying things like this box of pasta shells, right? And this jar of spaghetti sauce, okay? And that's it. That's in your dinner. This is why you're still hungry. This is why you don't feel satisfied. This is why you're not as healthy as you could be. Y'all, this onion keeps rolling around, so I'm gonna go ahead and chop it. All right, let's go ahead and get this one chopping. Let me see if I can get this a little closer to the, this cabbage is like overtaking the life of things, right? Let me move him over. He's trying to take center stage. So, some of y'all, you have to add food to your food. I used to have this friend, she had two sons, and she was saying how they were always eating up all the snacks. And I said, well, what are you giving them as a snack? Because my thing is, a snack is just a small amount of food. It does not have to be a packaged thing that where people have pressed together a whole bunch of stuff, right? A snack could be you going out to your garden. Let's say if you're like Garden State Gardener. Hey there, Joe, how you doing? So let's say if you're like Joe, you have a huge backyard full of food. Y'all know Joe is in New Jersey, and New Jersey is one of the richest states in the U.S. per capita, you know, and it's called the Garden State because people like Joe at Garden State Gardener, they're doing their thing. They are saying, look, this is the food that really bulks up everything else. So that means that, let's just say, if you're like G. Albert. Now, G. Albert is saying a man needs some meat and potatoes, right? I guess it depends on what you're doing, because if you're only eating meat and potatoes, this is also why you're hangry and dissatisfied. You need all of the nutrients. You need the food from everything. And so this is why, for those folks that aren't growing their food like Joe, Garden State Gardener, or some of the other people that are gardening, you're hungry. Y'all are broke and wondering why, because you spend your money on, okay, let me get this thing in the package. Like, let me buy the pasta meal already in the package and not get vegetables separately. Your food will go a longer way. Your money will go a longer way, and you won't be broke. Like, I don't even use the word broke anymore because I don't think any of us are ever broke, right? There's always a way. Like, all of the food I'm going to show you all that comes from the food bank. Let's get into it. I don't know why they're giving away so much food. I know why. I know why they're giving away so much food, because a lot of it is from different grocery stores where they're like, oh, this is getting close to the expiration date, or something got damaged. And look, y'all see Six Folds' back is letting y'all know. She went to the food pantry the other day. It was packed. There was nowhere to park. So if y'all are trying to figure out, how do I really make this work? How do I make my money stretch? Now, I don't know how much food they gave y'all, but I'm talking about a food bank haul. When I tell you the food bank haul is crazy, there are no limits, y'all. When we go, they say, okay, listen, there are certain things that we'll give you, like the 50-pound bag of onions or cabbage or whatever. But then there's a section that looks kind of empty, but there's a lot of food in there. They say, shop here without limits. All we have to do is weigh the food to say how much we gave to this place or that place. Because, everything's always about the numbers, right? So Six Bows, I don't know how much food they give you if they kind of create the bag, because that's what we did once we got back to Skyline 21 Adult Day program. We doled out the food and all of that kind of stuff. The main thing is we got so much more, so that my kids happened to be with me that day. They said, oh, this feels like Little House on the Prairie, where they were like, packing a warehouse or something. So number one, you do want to make sure you know what you have, how much food do you have, How much space do you have? If your seats fold down, make sure you fold down your seats, right? This is the best way to do a food haul. Also, lay down a blanket. I have a blanket in the back of my truck that folds down into a pillow, like it has a zipper on it, and then it rolls up into a pillow and all of that. I have that down so that way, if something spills, falls out, I can just pick that up and shake out whatever spilled on it. So if it was like dry goods, like peanuts, potatoes, any of the loose things that they gave us, if a box came open and packages of broccoli, frozen broccoli, and peas. I'm trying to think what else we got. Frozen broccoli, green beans. There was some other stuff that were frozen that we were packing into our truck strategically. That's what that blanket is for. So you always lay something down. And then of course, if something's wet, the blanket will absorb some of it. And we've all spilled things in our car before, so we already know that that's not a big deal, right? It's going to dry, it's going to air dry. Just leave your windows cracked, and that way you won't get that moldy smell, because as it dries, it'll have enough airflow to help it dry without damage. So again, with these pasta shells that we're making, I've got my onions cut up, I've got my garlic cut up. I'm going to chop up probably 2 carrots, 2 stalks of celery, and some of this cabbage, maybe about a cup or 2 of cabbage, because I found that for some reason, when you cook cabbage, I usually use purple cabbage because it matches the red sauce and it kind of hides away, but the green works too because it just looks like some onions. I noticed that when you put that in there, it gives it an amazing flavor. Your dish does not taste like a pot of cabbage. It still tastes like spaghetti stuff, which is what we're cooking today. Basically a spaghetti dish with the pasta shells here, store brand, nothing special. So share those pictures with you. I've got to be strategic because I did not set this up ahead of time. And these pictures are in my Google Photos, which means if I show y'all this and y'all are all into my life, y'all might end up seeing some Halloween pictures, some other cooking pictures. I don't know. All I know is I'd love for you all to put in #HealthHeroes into the chat. So this cabbage here, I had already started cutting and I'm just cutting off a couple of pieces. I'll chop it up. Let's get to the pictures so you all can kind of see the process of, what this looks like when you are filling up your car. If you haven't already put in #HealthHeroes, this is the time to do it, because every episode we do give away our status, right? A superfood hero status. So somebody will be titled today's plant powered titan, which means that you will automatically be considered a person who has eaten 80 points worth of fruits and vegetables. See, because as y'all see, Six Bowls is back, loves cabbage. I don't know if you've ever added it to your spaghetti, pasta, or any of your pasta dishes, lasagna, and things like that. Thank you, Garden State Gardener, for putting in #HealthHeroes. So let's go to our Google Photos, and then I'll scroll through them a little bit to make sure I'm at the right place. Let me get out of here and see. Okay, yes, it looks like they're in here because I see last night is in here. For Halloween, my middle and youngest daughter, they dressed up and we just went out to dinner. They wanted to be a witch. They both had witch costumes. We have lots of costumes from our theatrical life, and we have a whole room full of goodies, for costumes and stuff like that. So all of those things they were able to use. So I'm going to go to, I'll start here at this picture so we can kind of show what we're doing, how we did it, how we got there, and I'll share the screen with you all. So, okay, good. Lashes Journey, thank you for putting in #HealthHeroes. I appreciate it. So let's see here. Hey, New Dimension is saying nice. Oh, okay, Six. What'd you say? Six Bowls says, you just eat it smothered. I've had cabbage and okra. Well, I'm an okra fan. I'm a food fan, really, of any whole food. Most whole foods I love, okay? So New Dimension, if you'd like to win your Plant Powered Titan status or a chance to win, put in #HealthHeroes, okay? So what I'm doing here is chopping up the cabbage, and I'm going to share the screen right now. I forgot I was supposed to be putting that up there, so let's do it. Let's add it in. And my food camera went away. I'll have to put that back in. All right, here we go. This is showing like two 50-pound bags of onions. There were boxes of sweet potatoes. There were two 50-pound bags of what are those? Green cabbages. Now they say green on the bag. Right, they all separated. Oh, okay. We got fancy this week. So yeah, it's actually, and you see, this is how they do it at the food bank. There's a certain amount of things that they bring out to you automatically. Y'all heard me talking in the background. So even though it says green cabbage, there's purple cabbages in there too, which is really nice because then you get the variety. And Last Year's Journey always mentions that there's more nutrients in the purple cabbages. So this is the back of my Suburban. This is where they brought with that crane, they dropped the pallet. I don't know why this is upside down, so we just gonna go head on. Now, as you see, Cheerios are all those dry goods, right? We were pumping it in there. We were cranking it in. Hey, thanks so much, Urban Garden Chronicles, by the way, for putting in hashtag Health Heroes. I appreciate it. I'm just grabbing a carrot or two, and I'll finish showing you all the pictures. So notice here that one of the main things you want to do when you're packing your car is, especially if you have boxes. Now we threw in those potatoes and things, we already put those in. The sweet potatoes, if you look at the very bottom, you can see the sweet potatoes down here. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. Remember that box of sweet potatoes? They're right here, right? And and towards the bottom. So I'm gonna zoom back out. We already put in, whatever they brought first, and then we started to be very strategic. I had all my seats down on the back row because I have 3 rows, and that's where we had enough space to really go in deep. I already have a huge trunk, so that's one of the reasons why I had to get a Suburban for all of our stuff. I already had a huge trunk, and then you see that shopping cart right there behind her. These are the big carts that they give you at the food bank. So this way, what you do is once you get your stuff off the pallet, then we were able to shop in that area that didn't look like it had a lot of food. That's where we got all those other boxes of things from, like the Cheerios and the broccoli, the frozen broccoli, the frozen green beans, and all of those things. I'm going to see if I have pictures of the other lady's vehicle as well. So I'll keep moving forward so that way I can show you all. This is what you got to do, y'all. Lay your seats down. And I don't know if you can see that blanket towards the bottom either. Remember I was saying make sure you try to lay a blanket down. So yes, this is her car. Now y'all see all of this stuff. Look at all this bread. Child, look, Six Bowls says, I never been to a food bank like that. This is why people will start a business and they will have a nonprofit arm of their business. So they might have a for-profit and a nonprofit, because a lot of times your nonprofit can qualify you for food. So y'all see how the vehicle is already overstuffed. And this lady, she has an even nicer truck than mine. She has an Infinity. Now, y'all know, you out here loading your Infinity down, your luxury car. I just got a Suburban. Mine is like a work truck. It's there to move people and to move things. It's not like glamorous, right? She's there filling it up, and we have to figure out how we're going to get all of these things on here. So Auntie Nia, I'm not sure if you've been to a food bank, but remember, this is where you go. You get your food from a food pantry, because like Six said, she goes to a food pantry. We are a food pantry, Skyline 21. Y'all, I'm saying we because y'all know I'm there every Thursday. So Last Year's Journey, if you're saying you need to find one here, the way you do it is you go to a food pantry, because this is where they are getting their food from. And then once they get these large quantities, they take it back like we did, and we break it down into portions, so that way everybody that comes, they can get so many onions, so many sweet potatoes. Y'all see all this bread? All this bread. Now I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so we can try to see what the boxes are in the back of this truck already. Let me see if I can read these. Let's see. dang, I can't remember what they were and I can't see the words on them. They are a little fuzzy, but y'all see that her truck is already packed and we still have to get all of this. Oh, you know what? I think right here, she's holding these boxes of broccoli. That's what these are over here. So, bagels, sliced bread, buns. These are apples right here in the front. We got lots and lots of apples too. So that's the other thing. That first set of produce that they bring us is not the end all be all. I made jam with some of these berries right here. The very next day, we used that to make the jam. So as y'all see, and look, there was even a bag of Takis sitting up in there. They always have random stuff that you can get as well. So we did get the random stuff also. So let me zoom out of here and go to the next picture and see what was happening. Okay, yep, that's where we were bringing stuff from their truck over to ours and just showing you, exactly how it gets done. This is the video. Yep. So I'll go to the next one. And y'all make sure you put in hashtag health heroes, please, because we do appreciate that. Look, Lash's Journey said, I'm going to the food bank now. It's worth a try because guess what? I'd like to say the food bank, they might have individual programs, but what happens with the food bank is that they give it a large amount to one group so that one group can now give it out to the individual people. And that keeps a bunch of people from coming to the food bank. Like they just don't have capacity. The thing is very small, like the parking lot. Because you see Six Bowls is saying, this is just like the video I made, child, right? So it's crazy. Look, Lash's Journey is Googling food bank. She's like, yeah, let me Google this thing, right? Because she's going. So let me finish showing you, like I said, this is how you're going to pack your car when you are doing a large food haul. And remember, Lash's Journey and Urban Gardening Chronicles, they're from Jamaica, right? They're used to seeing fresh food growing. That's why both of them are growing their own food. Y'all know Garden State Gardener. He's in the Garden State. That's why he's growing his own food. If you're not growing your own food, keep in mind that these places, there are lots of places where you can get a lot of fresh produce. So like they're holding right here cans of tomato sauce, right? So I could have gotten some of those cans to make my spaghetti today. And as y'all see over here in the back of the truck, let's just zoom into there a little bit. What we got? This is, it says keep frozen. So I think these, oh yeah, crispy green beans, those are frozen green beans. And these are broccoli. These are boxes and boxes of broccoli. So y'all see bird's eye, simple veggies over here in this little corner. So remember, even if it's not fresh produce, a lot of it is frozen. And you get stuff like those Cheerios. My kids kept begging me for Cheerios. I did end up giving them like 3. Oh, this is when we were unloading, y'all, because we're at Holy Temple Ministries. When we were, look, see Cheerios. They were trying to tell me, yeah, Quita, you did so much work. Take 8 boxes. I only have 3 kids. So, and I don't buy them cereal anymore because of all the additives, the fortified stuff. I just make them oatmeal. And which I was making anyways, but we just went back to that. And they was eating the cereal like it was crack. There was like serial killers around here. So the pastor, that's him, Pastor Brinkley, he was loading up, the dolly so that we could get everything in. So y'all, this is what you got to do. You got to work together, all hands on deck. And the nice thing is, once we got there to Holy Temple Ministries, there were people helping us to unload. And I'm talking young men, because see, I ain't show y'all this part, because like I said, this is the part my kids were like, Mommy, can we get some of those? No, we can't get none of them Spanish cookies, because look, the R is backwards. I don't know what that's gonna do to your insides. Nope, we ain't getting it. We'll make a cookie at home. I do let them bake their own cookies, and they'll go get the chocolate chips, they'll go get the butter. I already know it's non-dairy butter. The chocolate chips are non-dairy. But I already know, like, if you're going to eat some trash food, you're going to have to work for it. Because if I gave them all these cookies in this picture, child, they would eat. Y'all know how it works with kids. Like I said, with my friend, she was like, my kids eat up all the snack foods. I'm like, well, what are you giving them for snacks? If this is what her snacks look like. She did not just give them like, okay, well, just eat a peanut butter toast or just eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's a snack. It's a small amount of food. That's what a snack can be. But she was a packaged person, and I'm not, because of all the additives, y'all. Your food stretches so longer when you eat real food. It lasts longer. It makes you feel better. All those good things. And y'all see the spaghetti they gave. I mean, there's brown rice, those apples over there. There are so many things. So this is once we got it back to Holy Temple Ministries and stacked it up so that we could create all types of bags. Hey, trash can waves. So good to see you. Nutty Gutters ain't in our the Nutty Butters. How about, I had a patient, right? And the patient was straight crazy, but I didn't realize at the time that she was on drugs. So what happened was, I was taking care of her child, and I'm gonna turn the food camera back on so y'all can see this food, because we're 30 minutes in and we're supposed to be in cooking. So we're almost done. We got to cook this again, okay? So basically the lady, my patient, I used to love Nutty Butters by Little Debbie, because I like the peanut butter and the chocolate and all of that kind of stuff. So basically what happened was, she was on drugs, so she was hearing voices. So she would talk to the vents, and she would go over to the vents and she would say, "Nobody's here right now. Leave us alone." And she would be like, can't you hear them? I didn't realize the lady was on drugs, y'all. I was just there to take care of the patient. And, I wasn't into drugs and drinking back then. Not that I'm into drugs and drinking now. I'm just saying I wasn't into that. So what had happened was, they sent her to the funny farm. She actually went away for a little bit. And when she got there, when she came back, she said, "Oh, they used to give us these as a snack at the health clinic. I mean, at the mental health place." And she was talking about nutty bars. Nutty Butters are the cookies. You're right. The Nutty Butters will have you talking in tongues, huh? Well, you know what? Either way, let me turn this food camera back on, because I think I have it back. Okay. So either way, I'm going to switch over to this food camera. So this way we can get into the super chef creation that we're doing today. Because so far we just been chopping up stuff, like literally chopping it up, talking to each other, and chopping up the food. So what I have chopped here is onions, garlic, celery, carrots, and cabbage. That's 5 things. You get 5 points for each fruit or vegetable. And plus we have mushrooms. That's 6. So that's 6 things. 6 times 5 is 30. And y'all know this this chopping board comes right off and it goes right into the pan. So I'm going to switch you over to the pan so y'all can see what is happening here. I hope this is working. Y'all let me know if this screen is working. Is it fuzzy? Is it okay? Because on my end, it looks very grainy. Okay. So I just hope y'all can see how this food is landing off the chopping board and into the pan. So as we put this in, y'all know how we do it. We're just going to add a splash of water. And I probably will put a little bit of liquid aminos, because that'll give it a salty flavor that will get down into the vegetables. And I'll chop up some mushrooms and throw those on there too. So let me just turn this on. I got food on the clothes. What's going on? So this is a lot of food. Oh, Nutty Buddy gets an honorable mention. So you say let's saute. Y'all know there's a huge thing of sauteing in water. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to get some of this water. This is purified water. We usually get our water delivered. We try not to drink the tap, but all I know, this might be coming out the tap. That's a 1/2 cup I just poured in. And I'm also going to add some liquid aminos. Boom, right here. So this is where, the liquid aminos, it's like a soy sauce, but it does not have all the salt. The sodium level is quite low compared to soy sauce, okay? So that's one of the reasons I use this. And it gives you a deep, savory flavor without it being overbearingly salty, like you just use a little bit. So that's how we're going to saute, with just about a tablespoon or 2 of the liquid aminos. We'll add the lid, and then I'm going to go ahead and chop up some of our mushrooms, okay? So that's going. Y'all make sure you put in hashtag health heroes because we got to do the giveaway. Okay. With this being on high, these are going to get soft fairly quickly. And then like the thing comes together because I always boil my pasta ahead of time. I'm going to go get that from the kitchen. I'm also going to, and then we just put the jar, like once these get soft, all you have to do is put your jar of red sauce in, or 2 jars if you have it. Sometimes what I do is a jar of red sauce and a jar of salsa. So that way we just have more of the red sauce and we get a couple of different flavors, but actually this salsa blends in to the spaghetti sauce flavor. If you have oregano, throw some in there if you like that. If you have some Italian seasonings, remember you can get those at the Dollar Tree. And our mushrooms will give us a nice bouncy bite. Okay, so that's the reason why you're going to eat those. So thanks so much, Trash Can Waves and David Hunt, for putting in hashtag health heroes. It is not rigged, Trash Can Waves. Stop talking about David. You already know. You already know that it's rigged. Look, it is not rigged at all. Keep in mind that, David Hunt recently won the Faves Hero giveaway. And remember, you also will fill out the winner circle, and that way you can win a copy of the Super Suppers recipe book that's coming out. Because right now I do have the playbook that's with the meal planning, the grocery planning, and all of that. But and it's free. Remember that. That's the part that you can even get that for free. Just go to superfoodparents.com, scrolling right there at the bottom of the screen. And then once you get there, the ebook is available. So that means I'll show it to you. Superfoodparents.com. The family food playbook is right there. You can just download it. It's a 30-page version, so it's really short. Also, y'all know where we are. You can join the Health Heroes and buy us a coffee. Just click the green coffee cup and join everybody else by clicking 1 coffee, 3 coffees, 5 coffees. You can even put in my age, which is 85, right? For today, I'm 85 years old. Leave your name, say something nice. It shows you how you're supporting that. And you can even see who else is supporting this. And look at this. Somebody claimed a freebie. Y'all, we have free things on Buy Me a Coffee as well. So that's the nice part about Buy Me a Coffee, is that there are freebies there for you if you go to the actual Buy Me a Coffee site. Okay. So good to see you, DJ Is. I'm glad to have you here. Right now, we are gearing up for your music. So, we have the Von Erich track playing right now. And then our Super Clap sign off is the music I use in all of my shorts videos. And actually, I'm going to play a coffee video because DJ Iz's music, that clap song I love, that's the background music for that one. So I'll go ahead and play that right now. David Hunt talking about, I think Trash Can Waves was talking about the Nutty Buddy. Look, I don't know. Y'all guys, y'all know I just got to play stupid half the time. Like, I don't know what's going on because y'all go off. Thank you so much. Garden State Gardener. Yep. Trash Can Wave said we just gonna roll with it. Roll with whatever I said. Yes. Because Garden State Gardener, thank you for the super chat. Wow, I appreciate that from you. This is getting gooder and gooder, y'all. We got things rolling. I am going to share with you the video for, I'm going to also chop up my air fried tofu. And these are just strips. So I'm just going to chop them and throw them in there along with the mushrooms, okay? And I just chop them into little, bits. Like I take each strip, line them up, and just chop them into little squares, little bite-sized squares. And y'all know I feed a lot of meat eaters. And their saying is, what? This isn't chicken? So I guess it tastes like chicken, but people say that about everything. So good to see you, Nikki, the Everyday Life of an OCD chick. Always good to see you here. I hope you put in hashtag Health Heroes because we are about to give away the Phase 100 status, okay? So we're about to do that, but I just mentioned Buy Me a Coffee, and then, wow, here comes Garden State Gardener, giving us all the goods, but we also want to show you how you all can, this is smelling so good. I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. We also want to show you how you all can support the production outside of Super Chats, outside of just watching, because every last one of you that are here, you are supporting in that way, and we appreciate you. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more water because the cabbage is taking it up. Let's see. Good. Okay. So Nikki, yeah, we know what you meant, child. You made it. Trash Can Wave says, Urban Gardener Chronicles, the everyday life of an OCD chick. I see you. Of course, you always see all the good people, right? Everybody's here, and Nikki has put it in hashtag health heroes. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so let me share this quick video with you all. Y'all know Canva. You know, I love Canva. They are always doing amazing things over there. So they auto create these videos for you. If you'd like me to show you how these videos are auto created, I can do that on Friday. Okay, I can do that on Friday because I usually put out a recorded video on Friday and a short one. Uh-oh, I think the food camera got hot. Let me spin this around so that the little steamer hole does not go into the phone. All right, so of course, let me know if you'd like to see that. But for now, let me just show you how you can, Lord, I gotta turn that camera back on. Let me show you how this works with Buy Me a Coffee and how you can support us. And this is an AI video where I created all of the pictures from AI on Canva. And then I had Canva to auto create, which means Canva did a lot of the text. I had to change it. Of course, I had to change it up, but they created a lot of the text for me. So here it is. All right, and that's it, y'all. That's what they are currently doing now. Here's the thing: I did have to have them resize that video because, and you can actually add a voiceover. I just tend to choose, like, that was DJ Iz's music, right? One of his clap tracks. I tend to just use. Look, Nikki was already clapping, right? I don't know what it is. Y'all know my favorite thing to do is clap, but that song right there, it just makes you clap, right? So they will auto create a video, but they will auto create that video for you in a vertical, like 16:9 or not, whatever it is, you know, vertical, straight up and down. But then you can also just click the magic resize or the resize button, and they will resize it for you. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of what this food is looking like, because my food camera, it just went down again because of that steam. So I'm going to show you how much food is in this pan. This is a huge pan, right? I just threw in the mushrooms and the tofu. I'm going to put the lid back on. Now the mushrooms, they do make a lot of water, but I think I'm going to add a splash of water just to keep things moving in the right direction. So that way the cabbage softens up. And y'all know, like I said, we're almost at the finish line with this food, because really vegetables, that was about a 4th cup of water. Vegetables get soft in about 15 seconds, but honestly, real time, 7 minutes. Depends on the vegetable. Like the cabbage takes more like 7 minutes, whereas the onions and the carrots, they take about 5 to 7 minutes. So yeah, anywhere from I would say 5 to 10 minutes, and your vegetables will be soft. You don't need the oil, because we are going to finish this with oil. You can finish with plain olive oil. I do have, and that's to give you that full mouth feel, because you do miss, if you're a meat eater, you do miss the fat. Your palate misses it. You don't notice that you miss it, but you do miss it. So we're about to do the giveaway. This is the olive oil that we're going to finish with. Emblem olive oil, her smoky mesquite. I love that flavor. So that's the one we're going with. So let's get on to the giveaway and see who's in here to win. I am going to share it with you, and then I also will pull the food camera up at some point, but we don't need it right now. Who is today's Faves 100 hero? Woo! All right, Last Year's Journey, David Hunt, Urban Garden Chronicles, G. Albert, Trash Can Wave, G. Albert, Urban Garden Chronicles, Trash Can Waves, Last Year's Journey, David, The Everyday Life of No CTS Chick, David Hunt, G. Albert, Last Year's Journey, G. Albert, what? Congratulations to you, G. Albert. All the trash that you talk, and look at there. You know what, EK Ki Media, this is not a rose cream giveaway. We just gave G. Albert the status of plant powered titan. Okay, so sorry, you cannot win, but y'all noticed the Everyday Life of an OCD chick was feeling that smoky mesquite flavor. Everybody's congratulating G. Albert, and why? Well, like I said, G. Albert gets the honorary title of being a plant-powered titan. That means for you all that are out there skipping your fruits and vegetables, well, you need to catch up. Okay? Look, David, whether G. Albert is here or not, we are not going to spin again. So no, unless we add okra to this dish. He's talking about spin again. Y'all let me know, should we spin again? Because see, Nikki's congratulating G. Albert whether he's here or not. You know what, EK? I don't know why you don't get notifications. I think it's because the larger you get on YouTube, you know, you have more friends, and so they don't notify you of everybody. Because I've noticed that, like, even when I look into the notifications, there are people that I've been subscribed to, but I don't see their notifications, and I have to go back and remember, like, oh my goodness, I used to watch that channel, you know? So yeah, it's fine. I do appreciate you being here. And all the way from Kenya. I know you're in Texas right now, but you know what I'm saying. So in this particular dish, we have 6 different vegetables. That's 6 times 5. That means we are already 30 points towards our 100 for the day in one meal. So G. Albert, he's a plant power titan. Now, some of you might be getting up there. Maybe you're a superfood avenger, right? Maybe you got your 65 points. And then the rest of you are just on your way. Maybe 50 points is all you can reach in one day. Well, guess what? You would be a faves crusader. The whole point is you want to be a winner in whatever way you can. You know, all of us can't win every time, right? But, you know, we try our best. So what I'll do right now is share a video with you so you can figure out which type of food hero you are.
Which parent are you? In the bustling city of Nutriville, a group of extraordinary individuals has emerged, known far and wide as the superfood parents. They are on a mission to transform their families' lives through the power of nutrition, one delicious bite at a time. Meet Chef LaQuita Marie, the culinary mastermind behind the Superfood Parents Playbook. With boundless enthusiasm, she welcomes you to embark on a thrilling journey to becoming a true superfood hero. But what exactly does that mean? In Nutriville, superfood parents are everyday heroes. These superfood parents lead the charge for better health, but not with capes. They lead with carrots, and whole food fats like avocados. And instead of masks, they lead with mangoes and berries. Fruits and vegetables are the disease-destroying arsenal of heroes. Are you a disease-destroyer superhero for your loved ones? Fruits and veggies fuel the mission of heroes like Veggie Vixen. Are you a Veggie Vixen for your loved ones? Dedicated to ensuring their loved ones thrive on a diet rich in faves, fruits and vegetables. Here's your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to guide your family to superhero status by reaching the highest levels of health and wellness daily. Become a plant-powered titan, a superfood avenger, or even a faves crusader by earning 5 points for every fruit or vegetable eaten. It's a fun-filled quest where nutrition meets excitement. All of the digital details are at superfoodparents.com for the full experience. Superfood Parents has also created workbooks, where you'll discover the tools you need for success. These workbooks give you the heroic strategies to craft your grocery list like a seasoned hero. Which means you now have a playbook to even track your weekly meals like a true champion. And engage in mind-bending nutritional education with word searches that will keep your family entertained and informed. So, are you ready to join the ranks of the superfood parents? Are you prepared to unleash the power of faves and make every meal a heroic endeavor? If so, flip the page of a superfood playbook and let's begin your journey to becoming the ultimate superfood hero.
All right, y'all. I'm looking at y'all's notifications. Thank you, Garden State Gardener, for reminding everybody to hit the thumbs up. And EK says, right now I'm doing intermittent fasting. Air burger breakfast, air burger lunch, then pre-workout meal, protein vegetables, and post-workout protein, blueberries and avocado. Look, those whole foods will really fill you up. They will heal you. They'll give you what you need. And there's protein in all of these vegetables. So that's the other good thing, right? Y'all saw how I packaged all this food into the back of my truck. So if you're doing a huge food haul and you're trying to figure out, what do I do with all this food that I'm getting? You throw it all into a dish. Okay. So I'm going to turn down this, the vegetables here, because like I told you, they only take a few minutes to get soft. You all have been here for about 7 to 9 minutes while they were getting soft. And look, all the steam is getting away. David Hunt says, you see it, right? That's what's turning off the food camera, because the food camera is, look, it's in the, yeah. You can actually see it. This is the, this black line, that's the cell phone. Yeah, that's watching. And it looks like it's going off. So, Lord, the steam is getting away and it's taking over our food camera, aka, y'all know what, buy me a coffee. Maybe that'll help me buy something other than a cell phone. Or don't buy me a coffee and just tell me what to do. David Hunt, you are a tech person. What else can I do with this? Help me, please. Because losing this food camera is in the way. Anyways, this has cooled down some. Oh, wow. EK has lost 19 pounds. Now, when you say an air burger, do you mean an air fried burger, or literally you just pretending like you're eating a burger and you're eating air? You've lost 19 pounds. Your children are down to normal and AM. Oh, and you're, Lord knows, y'all don't talk about my reading. And he's saying, and I am no longer pre-diabetes. You were scared when they told you that you were pre-diabetic. Look, let me tell you, when they talk about diabetics and pre-diabetics, y'all know that was one of the things I had done for, okay, it looks like this might be coming back. That's one of the things I had done for Corey. I said, okay, let me make sure. I said, okay, let me make sure that you all are, you're good. Like you have what you need. Let's see what they're saying is causing this and let's fix it. Because like you're saying, it's really scary. Okay, so you just have water and lemon in the morning, EK. That's what's up. You know, like they kept telling us, as long as you just lose weight. Corey thought if he just lost weight, that would do it. But it's really like, well, what else are you doing? Because he didn't exercise, like, and he still lost a lot of weight, which lets you know it is the food, it is the intake, right? So the Everyday Life of an OCD chick is congratulating you. Let me see if the camera's gonna work now. If so, we will open up this pan and just throw everything in and the food is going to be done. Like, that's it. That's the end of the recipe, y'all. It comes together so very quickly. It took way longer for us to pack the truck. I thought I turned this down, but it's still bubbling like crazy. Oh, y'all know I ain't seasoned the food at all. Let me throw something in here. Let me see. Because some people, this is how they do it. They just literally, I did put the liquid aminos, but y'all know I love this Goya adobo. It gives me a nice salty flavor and it does its thing. Okay, so I turn that down. So I'm going to shake in about a teaspoon of this, teaspoon and a half, because this dish, it does not need a lot of salt anyways. And I think I have some thyme. I prefer thyme in it. Oh, I'm showing the wrong camera. I can show both of you. I prefer thyme in here. So this is where you can put in oregano, you can put in basil. I do really enjoy basil, even more so than oregano. But you know, oregano is such a powerful food. Like, you know, oregano oil, if you have an earache, it will just heal it and cure it. But you have to make sure you know what you're doing so that you put it with some other oil, a carrier oil, and it burns. It's because it's such a powerful thing. You know, the herbs are like the antibiotics, whereas celery is an herb also. So this is where you also don't have to wonder what's an herb, what's a vegetable. If you just eat all of this stuff all of the time, you're good to go. Oh my goodness, I think the camera went out again. Y'all, I apologize, but this is what I'm going to do. I've got all my pasta shells here. I told y'all we cooked them up ahead of time. And so let's see. Trash can is saying you got to save the time like you save the food. I know, right? Let me get in. Let me get it done. EK says he was in the gym 7 days a week and ate a whole lot of egg whites, thinking that it's good, but 12 egg whites a day. Lots of bodybuilders. The inside is always jacked up. Yeah, yeah. For bodybuilders, their insides are jacked up because they're just like, oh, let me just get the macronutrients. Stop talking about me, David Hunt. I know I'm struggling streaming. I know. I'm putting in this jar of ragu. And if it's not enough, because this is like, it ain't going to stretch to all this pasta, then I will add in some of the, what do you call it? If this is not enough, which I'm pretty sure it's not going to be, I'm going to add in let me move this box so y'all can see the food a little better. I'm going to add in the salsa. That's it. Like if it's not enough. Never enough, never enough. See, David, I got it. Let me tell you something, David. You ain't the only one that can sing. Woo, I hit every note. Mainly when I'm by myself in the shower or the car. You know, me and Luther, we get down like that. So, and you know, if a whole jar is not enough, trash can waves. The other thing you can do is go old school, right? There's a lot of sauce that's left in this jar when you pour it out. So all this sauce down here at the bottom and all of this sauce that's here on the lid, you take a little bit of water. Remember how you do the ketchup and the mustard? You put about 2 capfuls of water in there. And then you shake that bad boy up and you pour it out and you wind up with another half cup of sauce. Ooh, I'm wrecking shop. So, you know, I've been a nurse for a long time and they always tell us check, double check, and then triple check everything. So I always look at the label more than once to make sure I got the right thing. And see, y'all see how just that little bit of water took out the bottom. And I think I still would like a little more sauce because this looks fairly saucy, actually. I think I might not. The only thing I don't have is that cheese. Y'all know a lot of times I'll use non-dairy cheese. I'll sprinkle that on at the end. Follow your heart. They've got a really nice one. Y'all, let's see if it's time to clap it up because y'all are talking good in here. EK is saying trash can waves, 12 eggs a day, your bad cholesterol is up through the roof. Yep, that's what trash can waves. Y'all know trash can waves know everything about a lot of different stuff. So yes. And everybody's in there chatting it up. Let's taste this to see if this is clap ready. Okay. Because I didn't put a lot of seasonings in it. I'm going to see if I can get my food cam on so y'all can get a close-up look. And meanwhile, Lord, I'm going to pay the cell phone bill one day. Meanwhile, let's see what we can do. Okay. Oh, David Hunt, you don't like taking pills, so you're big. What you mean those? Are you talking about those steroids, like pills, like to get big in the gym, or what? Now, EK is saying, EK Media, trash can waves. It is costly to add all the hormones to inject just to be big. Yeah, man. Look, there are so many ways that people are augmenting their bodies out here, right? The women are doing the BBLs, but the men are doing a lot of stuff too. And so, yeah. Come hit these stairs with us, David Hunt. They're challenging you. They're letting you know there's room for you. Okay, so I'm back here again. Let's see if this is gonna work, y'all. Let's see just what's going to happen. If I'm really in the studio. Okay. And if I can get this on, because the dish is finished. Ooh, this looks good. When I tell y'all, this is not just me, like the food really, it looks good. Let me put the food in the camera because I can't, every time I move the camera, it does something wonky. I think I need a new tripod or a new something on the tripod. All right, so let's see. And you know, a lot of men are doing, they even have initials for it, testosterone therapy, testosterone hormone therapy. And what they aren't telling the men is that when you get this testosterone therapy, you're stopping your body from creating the testosterone. So you're actually hurting yourselves. So it's like everybody has something that they're injecting. Y'all let me know if this is fuzzy, because on my end, this look fuzzy as a mug. I can't even see it. Say what, EK? You gave everything, you gave up everything else, including bourbon, but you switched to Scott. Man, I was just drinking in one of them cheap little 99s last night just for kicks because it was Halloween. I stopped with the liquor because I noticed I lost a lot of weight when I don't drink. Let me just say that. So I'm going to show this on the other camera because, Lord, I can't be great. I just can't be great. Woo! Let me tell y'all something about. I'm left-handed, right? And this pot is so heavy. Y'all see it's so full. Oh my goodness. Let's just clap it out and say goodbye because I'm an hour in and I'm supposed to be done. Okay, got you. No problem, Garden State Gardener. Thank you. Y'all take care as well in New Jersey. See, EK was using the testosterone. He noticed a difference in his vitality and plus blood clots. And y'all know when he says vitality, he's talking about raising the flag. That bedroom action. That's what he's talking about, okay? That's one of the things they say the testosterone does. And this is like a half a teaspoon of sugar. I like to put it in there just to cut the acidity of the tomatoes, and it balances nicely. You do not have to add sugar at all because y'all know sugar is crackish. We don't need it. Blood clots, you had to say goodbye because, yeah, who needs a blood clot, right? Now, y'all know a blood clot will lead you to, if it's in your heart, then that's a heart attack. If the blood clot is in your brain, it's a stroke. If the blood clot is in your lungs, that's what they call a pulmonary embolism. And they just, all these words, but they all the same thing, right? That's it. Yep. Just try naturally, like Trash Can Wave said. Because yeah, you leg pressed for 740 pounds yesterday. Wow. Y'all owe me no harm, but the crackish part showed. I felt it. This is on point. It's hitting. I ain't gonna dip this again because I got to give some to the violin teacher because they forgot to give her some last week. That's what's up. See? And if you have chicken, if you have pork, if you have duck, if you have turkey, if you have whatever other protein you'd like to add, you add that, no problem. I did add air fried tofu and mushrooms, which will give you like that nice bite that people look forward to. But look, all I can tell y'all is if you want to smash all night like they do in Nutriville, check out the link that David Hunt just dropped because it's a fun video and it's only like 2 minutes or so. I got to make more Nutriville Chronicles because I've been working hard with my marketing coach to redo the website and update everything and all that kind of stuff. But y'all know what time it is. We've eaten all the food, we tasted all the things, and I'm trying not to eat on camera but I want to put this in my mouth. Okay, I'm gonna slow down. I'm just gonna slow down. It's time for the super clap sign off. So I'm gonna find that music by DJ Is, and we're gonna play it and we're gonna go. Y'all can clap your way out of here. And yeah, let's go. Thank you again. Thanks, David Hunt, for reminding people to text word FAVES, FAVES, to 757-231-3959. It is delicious. Journey. It is so good. Super 5 rotisserie, your pill of choice for now. Right? Don't do any pills. At least you can see the chicken. They got their cheap too, but the pills are even worse. So choose the least poison, right? Are you too old for that, huh? You can do it. EK, build yourself up. You can do it. The max you can squat is 330. Leg press 900 plus deadlift 315 these days. Okay. Get y'all Roll Java coffee. RollJava.com. Thanks, Nikki. I had a great time too. Clap it up, y'all. Take care. Child, I'm over here sneaking and eating in the background. Thanks again, everybody. Yep, smoky flavors are the best. Okay, so trash can, you gotta max out your leg press. You ran out of weight, so you did. Okay, y'all doing it up. Yeah, what gym? Are y'all working at home or y'all paying for these memberships? I said I wasn't gonna eat anymore. I'm gonna just close this up. I'm gonna put it away. Woo! Y'all know where to find these seasonings. Amazon.com/shop/superfood parents. I'm gonna stop eating in the bush. I'm gonna stop hiding out and eating. I'm gone, y'all. I'm leaving for real. Oh, that's nice. Trash can waste gonna work out for free at work instead of TK being at LA Fitness. I'm going to eat, y'all. Take care, everybody.